Paramount Pictures is currently filming a major motion picture in North Georgia called
Very interesting things which you'll see once you check out that movie.
We generally work on a few different types of projects. Obviously, we do a lot of short films.
Michael, how did you get started in filmmaking?
It's a very large part of the success of any project.
I started my filmmaking career actually on a cruise ship making short films.
Wow. I'm the executive producer to our new feature film, The Common Denominator.
Tell us a little bit about your character in the film.
She's really upset from the beginning, from the get-go.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, basically, I somehow started acting in 1990.
Hello, I'm Chris Mashburn. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Rural Hollywood, a show that takes an in-depth look at the movie industry in the Southeast and beyond. On today's episode, Sayonara Silva will visit with the recent 5th annual Urban Media Makers Film Festival. But first, she will sit down with the founder of the Urban Media Makers Association, Cheryl Reynolds.
We are here today with Cheryl Reynolds, who is the actual founder of Urban Media Makers, which is a nonprofit organization that supports and promotes the independent arts in the media. Hello, Cheryl. How
are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. We have a couple of questions for you today because the media would like to know, how did you get started with the Urban Media Makers?
I was a member of the a screenwriting group, and I guess the more you learn, the more you want to learn. I started going to festivals and coming back to Atlanta, and it was just real bland.
Okay.
Going to other festivals would meet a lot of colorful folks that were creative and all into filmmaking.
Right.
So I wanted to find like-minded folks here in Atlanta. So that's how I started the organization.
How long have you been doing this?
It was founded November 2001. So this is actually, this month we're celebrating 6 years. And for the festival itself, this is the 5th year.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at some of the activities from the Urban Media Makers. This is Sayonara coming to you from the Urban Media Makers Film Festival. Today we have an exciting show for you. We're going to be interviewing filmmakers, producers, writers, and a lot of entertainment people that are actually trying to make it in the South. We're going to have a great show, so stay tuned. Hey, Rural Hollywood, we are here with Lost in the Rumble writer, producer, Mr. Malik Salam. How you doing today?
Doing good. What's happening with you? How you
Nothing
doing?
much. Great. Thank you. Tell me a little bit about your first film.
Lost in the Rubble is a docupoem. What it is a new genre of film where we're taking the traditional aspects of documentary making and we've interweaving it with my performance poetry to create a very strong social commentary about black men, the things that we struggle with, what we deal deep down inside of us. That's what it's about.
Okay. And what is your inspiration to write this?
Well, my whole life, I mean, number one, I'm a black man. That's kind of obvious, but outside of that, just you know, I come from the inner city and I see what we deal with, not just in the inner city, in the country town, you know, in suburbia. Black men have certain issues, and there are a lot of things that are unspoken and not said in our community. And that was kind of like the inspiration for me, really.
Okay. And for the viewers out there, what do you want them to know a little bit about that?
You know, we have to create a platform for discussion. We have to create a platform for social reform. We have to be able to open our mouths and be able to express things without fear of threatening our sexuality, our manhood, our bravado. You know, as black men, we have to already understand that we're strong and that we're infinite regardless. Like, it doesn't matter, you know, if you cry, you cry. Sometimes you got to get that thing out, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't take away from your manhood at all. As a matter of fact, the more that we care, the more passion we have, the more we're able to heal. We got to heal.
Trust me, when I came out here, trust me, my motto was pick or die, man. It wasn't nothing about, I wasn't gonna sell no dope. I wasn't gonna steal nothing. I wasn't gonna do shit but put my Mac down, and that's how I was gonna eat.
fad has torn down the family structure, players and hoes. Instead of daddies and mamas, we've been replaced with players and hoes.
Because an adolescent's youth ain't about being young no more. It's 44s and calicos. It's peach white owls and barely mid-grade marijuana sold as dro. I mean, kids ain't simply playing cops and robbers. They're actually hitting licks for their next meal.
As he laughed and cried, I watched his horror turn to eternity's gaze. They had eternity's gaze. Okay. I didn't have that articulation or understanding, but when I watched, dude with his knee blown out, laughing and crying, I knew I was seeing something. Right?
It's not their fault. It's our own loss of identity.
It's different little hustles you get around town, right? And like one of the hustles is you can go to spots and take HIV tests, and they give you $10, right? So I go to take the test and I find out I'm positive.
It's almost like what they're saying is that these people are non-existent. You know what I'm saying? You're just as real as the dead. You know what I'm saying? And you're one step away from that. So if you don't have a house to live in, and a car to drive, and no job, your social security card is messed up, if this is what you're dealing with, then you might as well be dead as far as the American society is concerned. You know what I'm saying? So they build you some huts with no running water, no nothing, and they put it right here on a cemetery.
Y'all can hear this thing when it sizzles. Right now what I'm doing is I'm melting it.
Hoping that someone would take the brick from your chest and the pain from your heart and the terror from your eyes so you can run the street without tripping in all this trash and dust and debris and ghettos and crap. And crap is no way to just happen.
Hello, we're here with Ralph Scott. Ralph Scott, tell me a little bit about what you do.
I call myself an independent film promoter. Not I was going to say producer, but independent film promoter. Okay. And that's very important for an independent filmmaker, because making a film is one end of the spectrum, but exhibition, distribution is a total other end of the spectrum that people don't think about.
Right. So how long have you actually been doing this?
Mainly for a better part of 14 years.
Okay. Is there anything else that you do besides this?
Well, I have 2 shows on BETJ.
Okay.
One of them being a short film showcase. It's called The Best Shorts. And the other called Black Stories, which is a documentary showcase. Right. Runs on BETJ.
Okay. And how are you liking it today, huh?
So far, so good. I had a panel earlier. We were talking about distribution, which I say is very important. Right. Distribution is the key, and exhibition is the door.
Okay. Where else? Yeah. Where else can we find more about you and what you do?
Well, you can certainly check out my show at BETJ. We have a MySpace / The Best Shorts and MySpace / Black Stories.
Okay. All right. That's Ralph Scott. Hey there, we have David and Charnel with me. Tell me a little bit about your productions.
Well, Detroit to Los Angeles is an entertainment, publicity, and marketing company based nationally and internationally. We have a national internet database, which is called thelooponline.com, and we use that to facilitate national and regional things. And we're here excited to be at the Urban Media Makers Film Festival, which Detroit to LA and the Loop Online was one of the media sponsors. And then we got support through our marketing and promotions through Predator Purport is based here, which is Couture One of a Kind, which is headed up by Charnel Radcliffe.
Okay, Chanel, tell me a little bit about what you do.
With Predator Purport Productions, I have been coaching models for runway, also coaching actors for over 14 years, strong in the industry. I also did a little bit with where we judged, and also with the company we sent girls out for American Next Top Model and different things of that nature. We work with a little bit of everyone in the business with the different designers. We do a lot of like product placement, a lot of promotional work for designers and things of that nature. And we're very abroad, both here in Atlanta and abroad. So we'll do a little bit of everything.
Well, the ladies want to know, how can they get to you?
They can contact me at predatorpurport@hotmail.com or 404-431-5339. And just remember that site is predatorpurport@hotmail.com. And it's Couture, One of a Kind.
All right. And how can we get in contact with you, David?
Well, you can get in contact with me with thelooponline.com. We have a 15-city tour. All information you need to know about A to Z to what's going on in LA, what's hot in hot Atlanta. We have probably over 25 states here at the Urban Media Makers as a result of sending information out on the internet. So it's thelooponline.com, spelled TheLooponline.com. And what we got set up is giving you opportunity. We're excited about Rule Hollywood, because Hollywood, I ain't gonna lie, it rules, but it rules in the South, because Hollywood South is hot.
Hey guys, we're here with Michelle. Michelle, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I act. Right now I'm in the process of making a movie called The Unseen. It's a Christian film by Emmanuel Filmworks. Dwayne Lloyd is our producer, writer, director, and that's what we're in the midst of doing right now.
Okay. So acting or filmmaking, what's your passion?
Acting.
Acting?
Theater, I love theater more than anything. Film is fine, but theater, I love being out there.
Right. So what kind of roles are you actually trying to get?
Any kind. Any kind? Yeah, I do a lot of living history, Black history in Indianapolis. What Freetown Village is a living history museum. I do that, and whatever else is available.
Okay, all right. Well, that's Michelle and EmmanuelFilmworks.com. Hey guys, we're here with Nichelle. Nichelle, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am an up-and-coming film writer, screenwriter, motion picture. I write, direct, produce, and I did. Most recently, for the past couple of years, I've been working on a film called Blessed Girl. It's a film that kind of portrays, I don't want to say it's like an autobiography necessarily, but more of a Christian type of film, but it's kind of got a boys in the hood flair from a female aspect. And so I'm kind of excited about that.
Oh, that's wonderful. What has gotten you into this film and also this industry? Like, what is your motivation?
I have a flair for writing. I've been writing since I was 12.
Wow.
I've done little things like Ebony Junior wine contest and things like that. I've been writing for a very long time. But I think what really did it was when I flew out to Los Angeles, and I think earlier you had David Mims on your show. I met him 12 years and 12 years ago, probably in Hollywood, and we've kept in touch since. The networking, being involved in other people's projects, things like this. I've been, to Detroit, to the film festivals and things like that. Wherever it's popping off, I like to go and network and help on somebody else's project and just keep,
Right. Are you casting for any of the productions?
I will be casting nationally. I casted nationally before, but there was a problem with the financing, so that happens sometimes in film. But we're going to do it again, and we have a whole new crew of people that we're going to pull this off. Luckily, I'm looking for people behind the scenes and people to audition. So we're going to do a whole new cast and all that type of stuff. It should be a lot
I'm
of
here
fun.
with a wonderful writer, Miss Tammy Murkison. Hi, Tammy. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Tell me a little bit about the wonderful novel that you have, that you've been writing for about 2 years now?
2 years. This is Miami Rain. This is my baby. This story deals with choices and consequences, specifically an attorney, James Blue Jackson, that ends up selling drugs. It's all about reading out to find out why he did that. What I write is realistic fiction. So again, like I said, it deals with choices and consequences. the different choices that he had to make.
Tell me the title. Why Miami Rain?
Ooh, the title Miami, because Miami is hot. And for anybody that knows anything about Miami, a lot of the drugs took place in the mid-'80s, and that's where this story takes place, right in the mid-'80s.
Okay. And other books that you're writing is in the works, or other ones that you finished?
It is. In the works is Miami's Next Rain. That's the tentative title. That's because people just can't get enough of Miami Rain. They love the main character, James Blue Jackson, again, because he's looking at choices and consequences.
Wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. So where can we go ahead and check you out?
You can check this book out on my website, which is www.tammymurkison.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are here today. You guys are... Sit down. Go ahead and have a seat because we are here with the CEO of, is it Crazy Buzz? I'm sorry, Crazy Buzz Productions. Tell me a little bit about the definition of Movement of the South.
A Movement of the South basically is saying from the South as artists that's down in Miami and any others from the Midwest on. You know, a lot of artists from Miami and Midwest on have a lot of talent. And we're not being recognized for our talent from Crazy Buzz. So what we doing as Movement of the South, we bringing all the talent for fighting together to get to the corporate, to get to Interscope to show them. There's a lot of talent down here in Miami, from Miami to Florida to Georgia, Atlanta, all the way down. Okay. A lot of talent in the streets, you know, they ain't been recognized. So moving outside is Crazy Buzz Entertainment. What we doing, we putting it together, all the artists on a mixtape, as far as in music and every other thing, put them together, and we just, you know, we doing a mixtape and we shopping it around to all the majors. Say, listen, all these artists that we have down here, we willing to show y'all, bring y'all to the top. You know, that's what Crazy Buzz is all about. You know,
okay. I heard a little story, though, that you might have some of that Latin flavor in your production. Well, what's going on with that? Because, you know, the Spanish is making a big movement right now. So tell me a little bit about that.
We got a hot artist, his name is Danny Boy. He's Dominican. He did a show down in Miami with Benny Man and Sizzler, big show. So what it is, we doing we got the reggaeton artist in there. We got a reggaeton artist female. She got a hot track. It's on the mixtape. Okay. You gotta go to www.crazybuzzmusic. I'm sorry, MySpace/CrazyBuzz. Okay. So to check out from the hot Latin artists we got, D-Boy got a mixtape out. A reggaeton artist is real hot. So you definitely gotta check that out.
Hello, this is Sayonara, and I am here with a multi-talented Hypnotic from Miami. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to be in ATL. Beautiful city.
Definitely, definitely. Tell me a little bit about the music video that you actually had. I believe it was in the top 3?
Yeah. We have a music video that came in third in the state of Florida, and we sent it out here to ATL, and it was picked up by the Urban Music Film Festival. The video basically showcased things like that was happening overseas, and we kind of tied what was going on in Miami with the war. It's called Gone But Not Forgotten. Beautiful video. And it's a beautiful thing.
Wonderful. Nice to know. Nice to hear. Tell me a little bit about what else you do besides the film.
Okay. Well, Hypnotic, when you get some time, the whole world need to check out Hypnotic World. We have a DVD that's been doing real good on the streets of Miami. We're trying to release that up here in ATL. But Hypnotic, basically, we've been doing a lot of things, music production, a lot of artists in Miami. We do graphics. A lot of graphics, write songs, produce animation. We shoot videos for independent.
Wow, so you do a lot, don't you?
We got my own company. We shoot. That's how we able to put things out there. Okay. You know, so very multimedia, trying to make it happen, and not right now. We need to.
Gone but not forgotten. Come on. Look into the mind of a lost friend. See what I see. Do you feel what I feel? God feels so real. Yeah. Always had my back from day one. You were close to my heart. My mama, godson. God bless your soul. We will walk through this world, eating good, living life under no stress. Running through the streets bare feet. Enough said we were child of the same mind. At 9 saw the slugs fly. The world changed, that's no lie. Can't hang on the corner side. 2 world in the war, killing more lives. Roller tanks with the big guns, young gifted with the big heart. I wrote this for my soldiers in the nightlife. I see your face in the moonlight. Got dreams, see you home soon. Never saw it coming, that's right. Now I got to say my goodbye. Never thought I would ever cry. So I look at the sky, keep my head high. Remember, the good times. What's not determined who's right but who's left. Look into the mind of a lost friend. see what I see. Do you feel what I feel? Cause it feels so real. Remember Tanya from the runaway? She sent the letter, said she miss you. And your kids say they love you. America stand behind you. Young soldiers, keep your head up. Spread your wings like a white dove. Freedom comes to the brave heart. Evil men with a cold heart. Spreading fear to the poor folks that never sleeping. Watch your eye creeping. Fighting with a war, it's a suicide. Best friend till I die. Give my word, I will never lie. Phone call, Uncle Sam couldn't bring you back. Mama crying on my soldiers, bring my son back. This true man, yeah, bullet have no eyes. Face the heart of a good guy. Had a rolling in the foreign land. Can't believe this is God's plan. War, the last stand for a young man. The good time. Look into the mind of a lost friend. See what I see. One does not determine who's right. Do you feel what I feel? Cause it feels so real. I'm trapped in this world with your memories. Cool friend, 21 of age, that can never be. He told me never worry, be. Live life to the fullest G. Good words that you.
Hey guys, we're here with Michael T. Owens. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing here today.
I'm out here promoting my book and my website. As you can see, getmynovel.com. Have my latest book, To Be Happy.
What is that one about? Tell me what's that one about?
Everybody wants to be happy. It's just a common theme with people.
Right.
But everybody's happiness is different. So this basically talks about two characters in Atlanta and them wanting to achieve happiness.
Okay, and the next one?
A dream come true.
Okay.
Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody has a dream. And on the back, if your dream came true, could you handle it? And it's a serious question that we need to ask ourselves. If what you really want came true, could you really handle it?
Right. And then this other one?
My last one is an anthology. There's a lot of black women writers, but there's not a lot of black male authors. So I took it upon myself to publish the short stories of black male authors and put it all in one spot for easy reading.
So how long you been writing?
Professionally for 5 years.
Okay.
5 years. And
All right. And what's your inspiration to writing?
everything. Everything, music, life, nature, everything's my
Today we have another wonderful writer. His name is Tier. He writes from the heart. How are you doing?
Doing great.
All right. Tell me a little bit about the novel that you're actually writing or actually wrote already.
Well, the book is called The Products of the American Ghetto. It's based out of Atlanta, Tedwood, the older project based in Atlanta. It's about 3 young guys that go to the street for survival to feed their family since they don't have no father figure to take care of the household. One mother is an alcoholic, the other mother is a prostitute that sell her little daughter for food and sex and for money. And so Brian go to the streets to try to get some money, and once he get into the streets, it's a group of Miami boys that moved to Atlanta that start trying to take over the Traps. Traps is houses throwing or projects, or whatever name you want to call it. So it was shootouts started happening, and a lot of things started engaging as they out there trying to survive. And so eventually things goes on, a lot of people get killed, a lot of people go to prison.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. We have to wait till the story to actually really read it. What other states are you trying to tackle down with this novel?
Well, right now I'm trying to get the whole East Coast from Atlanta, from Florida all the way to New York. Then I'm going to head to the West Coast. But right now, the Southeast, you be looking for D.C., the Baltimore area, Charlotte area, New York. Definitely the ATL, the South Side where I'm from. We represent for the A, showing that we getting our grind on. We got young pioneers, entrepreneurs here doing their thing.
All right. Sounds good. And tell me a little bit more. Do you do something else besides writing?
Yes. I also have my own record label, which is Ninth Inning Media Group, and I have young artists who producers, and they making tracks, and they doing shows, the Trout Boys, Young Rocky, Next to Ken, Majestic. So just trying to get all that energy as far as them being in the streets, trying to put it into the music so we can do something positive.
Right. Educating the media. That's what we're talking about. Tier, tell me about the writing. Where does it come from? What has inspired you to actually write this novel?
It's funny you asked that question. When I was 19 years old, I was sentenced to 10 years in prison. And at this time, I haven't read no books or even thought about writing. But once I was gone, a lot of my close friends had got killed and a lot of things happened. So one day I just started praying, and I didn't even have my GED at the time. God just blessed me with the story like, you have it. And from there, I started doing a chapter a day. till I finished. I had wrote like 30 or 40 chapters and revised and then let a couple of inmates read and they loved it. And here he is 5 years later. This come from prison that you can do your dreams. Anything you put your mind to, you can accomplish. I didn't have no GED at the time or anything. Just had a will and a story to write about and God.
Wow, that's very inspirational to hear. Very, very good luck with all that. Wasn't that exciting? Well, I hope you guys had fun and learned a little bit more about the film festivals here we have in Atlanta. This is Sayonara saying sayonara until next time.
And what are the other things that the Urban Media Makers is actually involved in?
Other things? Well, we focus on animation, film, music, television, and video.
Okay.
And everything that encompasses that, because just it's beyond just having a film. You have to have somebody to market that for you.
Right.
So you have to have some writers to do PR. You got to have a
Right.
street team to put it out.
Right.
So within the organization, we have a consortium of everything it takes to produce a television or film or a video.
So where do you see Urban Media Makers in, let's say, 10 years?
10 years, who knows? I'm just a, you know,
Day
I'm
by day?
obedient.
Right.
Yeah, I'm obedient to the Most High, and I just flow with the flow. But 07, Urban Media Makers would be doing more producing. I will be doing more producing.
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna probably just focus on the festival itself.
Okay.
I'm taking all of the winning films on tour, so I'm
Okay.
covering the Southeast. Gonna do PA and New York. Gonna do one screening in LA, but I'm gonna put it on the road. I really want to promote the filmmakers that are representing us this year.
Okay. Are you taking just the actual, the winners from the film festival?
The winners and the honorable mentions. So I had so many excellent
Right,
films. It
right.
was just really, really hard to
Right.
just give one award.
Right.
So in order to give everybody exposure, because that's the purpose of the film festival anyway, it's not just for folks to come in and see the films during that day. I want to actually get out and, you know, let other people around the world see the work. So I'm taking the music videos, all of them, the animations,
wonderful.
gonna put it on the road. Gonna probably touch bases with a spoken word artist and a musician in the different cities that we go to. Have them
that's great.
perform, do my regular networking
Right.
event like I do here in the city, just taking it on the road.
I was there at the Urban Media Makers, and a wonderful, wonderful show.
I was gonna
And
say, how did you like it?
I loved it.
I'm
I had a
glad.
great time, and I actually got an opportunity to interview a lot of incredible writers, a lot of authors there.
Sure,
Are
okay.
you doing something different?
Well, it's
with
still
that?
media. Like
Okay.
right now, I'm working on, I'm producing a film that's taken from one of the books that one of the authors wrote. And he,
Okay.
Michael T. Owens, he's been a vendor with the festival. This is his second year.
Okay. So tell us, how are we going to be able to locate you?
Okay.
All
most
the other
def-
things,
We'd
everything.
love to have all of your viewers to come to our website.
Okay.
And we have the organization's website, which is UrbanMediaMakers.com, www.UrbanMediaMakers.com. But then the festival website, which will also links back to the
Right.
organization site, is www.umff.com.
UMFF.com.
Yes, Ulysses Mary Frank.com.
Wow, that is wonderful. It is very nice to see you again, and thank you very much for being here with
Yes,
us. Of
ma'am.
course, definitely look out for Cheryl Reynolds, because she's taking over the South.
Believe that. Yes.
We'd like to thank our guest, Cheryl Reynolds, as well as the guests from the Urban Media Makers Film Festival for appearing on our show. We'd also like to thank you, the viewers, for joining us. So be sure to tune in next time for another exciting episode of Rule Hollywood.